And this is the last part of this video series. Now we're doing exercise D, and this is a little bit complicated, but I'll try to explain everything step by step. So first there's an example table, and we have to fill this table. And as you can see, these numbers 984 and 422 are coming from here. So 5 weeks, same numbers coming to here. That's why we have to take our own numbers. So it is here, and we put it in here. That's first step. Second step, some information about second step is not here. I don't understand why they didn't give that information, but it is in the slides. So we need 984 energy A, and first we have to calculate the batches, how many batches we have, and that's very easy. You have to multiply 984 by 72 and divide it by 500 and round up. What does it mean? Is pretty easy. 992. For first, we can even check here, like you see here, how did they get 142? 984 multiplied by 72 and divided by 500, and you round it up. So whatever you have, the decimal place, you round it up. So 141.05, it must be 142. So that's how you do it. And 992 multiplied by 72 and divided by 500, so 143. And same we do for the energy B. 425 multiplied by 72 divided by 500, and that will be 62. So since these numbers are same, these numbers also will be same until this point, and at this point we also have to calculate again. Multiplied by 72 divided by 500, 148, and this makes 64. Okay, so next step is gross requirement. Here we have to take a look on the bill of materials. Here you can see bill of materials. For the energy A, we need 300 pounds of oats, and for energy B, we need 250. Now, and we have to calculate total pounds. Let's take a look how they calculated it here. This 57,000 something, how did they come up with that? So 142 multiplied by 300, because for energy A we need 300 pounds. We save it in memory, and 61 multiplied by 250, and we also save it in the memory and read the memory, and we have the same number, 57,850. So we have to do the same thing for us, for our calculation. That will be 142 multiplied by 300, goes to memory, and 62 multiplied by 250 also goes to memory, and we read the from memory, 58,400. And we have the same number for all of them except for the last one. Last one we have this number. I already calculated it to make it faster. So scheduled receipts, what is this? Scheduled receipts are the quantity that you are expecting to receive because you ordered it in the previous month. So in this case, this means that in previous months, the last 2 weeks of the last months are are set these orders, and now in this month we receive it. So for in our case it is 80,000. You see here it says use a lead time of 1 week. This is also a crucial point. 1 week, what does it mean? And an initial on-hand inventory of 3,184 pounds. And also assume that an order of 80,000 pounds is scheduled for receipt during week 1. So in the week 1 we will receive 80,000 pounds because it was ordered from the previous months. So here we set 80,000. For the rest we don't receive anything because there's only one time 80,000 quantity from the previous month. And in our hand we have, it said 3,184. So it's 3,184. And this planned receipts and planned orders we will take a look now, but for now we have to calculate on hand for the end of week 1. How do we calculate that? It's also very easy. So we have in our hand 3,184, right? And we will receive 80,000 more. So at the beginning of the week 1 we will have 83,184, and from that we will use 58,400, and at the end we will have this number 24,784. Now this task, they have 2 weeks lead time. It means whenever they order, after 2 weeks they receive it. You see, they don't receive it next week, but they receive it after 2 weeks. But in our case, they say that use a lead time of 1 week. So, okay, let's use 1 week. And 1 week means if I order here, anything here, I will receive it here, right? So, since it's that way, let's take a look. At the end of week 1, we will have this quantity in our hands. 24,784. But for the week 2, we will need 58,400, right? So we need to add order additional quantity, and that quantity is the difference between this, the required quantity, and the one that we have in our hands. So 33,616. 616, and since lead time is 1 week, we will receive it next week. So we have this in our hand, this we will receive, and this together they will make a total of 58,400. Let's take a look. 24,784 plus 33,616. This makes 58,400. So we don't left anything in our hand, but for the next week we still again need some quantity. That's why for the next week I will just order everything. When I order everything, I receive everything here. I don't have anything left in my hand. Then I again order for the next week, and here also I don't left anything in my hand, and here I receive this quantity and left nothing in my hand, and I don't order anything for the next month because I don't know how it will be the next month or so on. But this is basically how you fill this table. But there's a like additional question here. It starts here. It says, are there any weeks when you as a planner would consider planning an order above or below the minimum required, and why? So this is a required, right? This is a minimum required. Would you place an order? This is an order you place and you receive it on the next week. Would you place an order more than this? This is a subjective question, right? Like you can decide yourself, would you order more or not? Personally, of course I would order a little bit, like couple percents more, but in general I would do it like this way so that I don't have left any material in my hand. It's just up to you. You can order more to receive more. And that's it. Thank you.